So I have some rather serious news that I would like to discuss with you all tonight. You can probably tell by looking at me, and some of my friends already know, but I am in fact left-handed. I know. But I just want to assure you that it was 100% choice. I don't know why anyone would want to be right-handed at all. But I had the opportunity to tell my parents this past weekend. I was like, Mom and Dad, I have something to tell you. You might be embarrassed, but I'm left-handed. I was like, what? No! My dad just started kicking things and throwing things across the room. She's like, why can't you be like your brothers? You're such a disappointment. It was awful. But then somehow, all my friends from high school that I played sports with found out. It's like, how did we not know? We played sports with you for 4 years. They were just absolutely freaking out that they thought left-handedness was gonna rub off on them or something. We touched each other, looked at each other once, and it was downhill from there. And all my female friends were like, oh, you go shopping with me now? You can totally reach everything that's on the left side and way high up now. They got all real excited. It was kind of lame actually. But I was thinking about it, thinking about my life and why I hated school so much, and it finally dawned on me that it's because I was left-handed. You go to sit down at a desk, and there's the stupid thing on the right side. So you're trying to get your notebook, and you have to have a seizure to be able to write. And of course they have left-handed desks, but you don't want to be that kid that has to sit over there. I mean, I'm not about to ruin my 7th grade social standings just so I can take notes. Come on. But then scissors, do we have any left-handed people here? Have you ever tried to cut anything with right-handed scissors? It's impossible. You think it's such a trivial thing, but go home, buy a left-handed pair of scissors, and try and cut something. You won't be able to. The paper will mash all up in there, and everyone looks at you like you're 2. And you're like, sorry, it's my hand, not the scissors. But then my favorite thing is, notebooks. Because notebooks are genetically designed for right-handed people. Because you've got the stupid rings on the left side, so you're like, oh, look, I can write without having to put my hands on the rings. So I decided that I was going to buy a left-handed notebook. So the rings would be on the right side, and I could just write nice and neatly like all the right-handed people. And then I turned it over, and it's just the same thing. I don't understand the point of left-handed notebooks. But then I was thinking, and I thought that I might get a little risky. And so I decided to try out legal pads. I could go from the left or the right. My friend said that I was getting greedy and I had to pick a side. But writing is the worst though. Because you start to write, and then you pick up your pen and you realize everything that you wrote is now on your hand. And my teachers used to get mad at me, because my paper would just be a blue blob of nothingness. I can't even read that! I don't even know what that says! It's it's right, just trust me. But, having my newfound left-handed glory, I decided to, take a step outside my box and enlist in the Army. Limits. And so, I go up to my recruiter, I can do this now. And, we get to training and, they hand me my gun and I'm like, I can pass off as a right-handed person, So they hand me my gun and we start shooting. The captain's like, we can totally see through your facade, you just don't fit in here. I'm sorry. So they kicked me out. Whatever. I'm going on Anderson Cooper. Tell my story. But then, they always say that left-handed people always have a shorter life expectancy by 12 years. But, you try using power tools that are made for right-handed people. It's like, here, take this spinning saw with your right hand and see how many fingers you can cut off. I mean, they tell us to use protection, but, you know, when you just ready to go, those safety goggles are just the last thing. And, you know, last but not least, you know, there's this issue of marriage. You know, people wonder, like, you know, how can a left-handed person have kids? You know, they can't write, they can't use notebooks, they can't use computer mouses. You know, but here's what I have to say. You know, I will raise my kid left-handed. I don't care if they're right-handed, you know, I will force it down their throat. There will be no way in hell my child will ever be right-handed. How are the people?